Hey art friends, in this video we're drawing lilies. I hope you're going to follow along with me. Let's get started. Before we start, I wanted to give you a quick preview of our finished drawing. It looks really cool and I hope you're excited to follow along with me. Remember, it's okay if your drawings look different than mine. The most important thing is to have fun and practice. Like in most of our lessons, I'm using a marker to draw with, but you can always use a pencil first to get the lines just the way you want it and then use the marker at the end. You can also use something completely different like colored pencils or even crayons. In the middle of our paper towards the top, we're going to draw a heart shape and we're going to draw it kind of long and skinny. So we'll start in the middle and we're going to draw a curve coming out, around, and then down. And I'm kind of drawing this S curve too at the very end. So it looks more like a petal for a lily instead of a heart. And we're going to draw the petals on each side. So first let's draw an S curve. We're going to come out from the center. We're going to curve around and then curve the other direction. And then we're going to start here at the end. We're going to draw the other side of the petal coming around and then back into the center. Let's do the same thing on the other side to match. And it's okay if they don't look exactly the same because it's nature, right? They're not going to be perfectly the same. There we go. And then back into the center. Okay, now let's draw 3 lines coming out of the middle. So we're going to draw one coming up and then one on each side could be a little smaller. Then we're going to draw ovals at the end of these lines. Cool, now let's add more petals. We're going to draw one right in the center that comes up higher. So we're going to curve around and S curve at the very top. And then we'll come back down on the other side into the center. Okay, let's add 2 more petals. We're going to start, let's start on this side. We'll draw the S curve coming around and down. And then we'll start at the point and then curve and connect to the center petal. Okay, let's do the same thing over here on this side. We'll repeat the same thing, curving down and back in. And there we go, we finished drawing our first lily. This is one way to draw it, and this is more open and facing towards us. We're gonna draw the 2 other lilies slightly different. So let's draw the stem before we draw the other flowers. So we're going to draw a line coming down to the middle, and then we can make the stem thicker by drawing the other side. Now we can also add leaves, but we'll do that at the very end. Let's draw another lily. This time we'll draw it on the right side. I'm going to turn my paper diagonal so that we can draw the flower up and down to us, or straight up and down. And it makes it a little easier than trying to draw it sideways. Okay, we're going to turn it this way, and let's start by drawing this lily. Will draw more of a side view. So we're going to start here. This will be our center right about here. And then we're going to come up from the center and curve out. Then we can draw the S curve coming around. And then we'll come back in and we can connect here if we want. Yeah, let's do that. We'll connect. And then right here, let's add a little dimension to this petal. We can draw another curve right next to it. Okay, then let's draw one coming out to the side. And then we can start at the point, and we're going to draw an S curve back into the starting point. Okay, then right here, let's add the center curves, this part of the flower, the center of it. We're going to draw 2 coming out. We could maybe fit another one in there. Then we're going to draw the ovals at the end of those curves. Now let's draw another petal back here. We can draw it curving out, and then we're going to curve back in to the center. Let's add one more right here. Curve down, similar to this one, and then we can S curve and connect back in. Let's leave this flower just like that, but let's add the stem curving down to match down here, and we can draw the other side. And we're trying to make the width of that stem match the first one. Okay, now let's draw the lily on the left. This one we're going to keep really simple. It's going to be a straight side view. We could add a guide point for where the flower will start. Then we're going to curve out, kind of like we did over here on this side. But this time we're going to draw it S curving and connecting in. And then let's just repeat that same curve, but going the other way. And then we'll connect back in. And then we'll keep it really simple. This is just that side petal that's overlapping the two outside ones. And you can't see the center of the flower because it's inside and behind these petals. Okay, now let's draw the stem curving down and the other side to match. And now we can draw the leaves. Let's start with the center one. We'll draw these leaves in front of the other two. We're gonna start kind of down here at the bottom, and we'll draw this really long S curve coming up. And then on this side, we'll just draw a simple curve coming back down. Okay, let's do the same thing over here. Draw this S curve, really long S curve, and then a simple curve coming back in. All right, let's do the same thing for this flower or the stem. We're gonna draw the S curve. We'll draw the leaves a little lower. And then we'll draw a simple curve coming back to where we started. Let's do the same over here on this side. And then we'll draw point and curve back to the beginning. Okay, now for the other leaves, we're gonna draw them 3D. So we're gonna imagine this going behind, and maybe this is kind of a smaller leaf, so we can just see part of it. And then on this one, we could maybe do the same thing. It's just gonna go behind this leaf and then come back here. Oh, let's imagine it going past, and we can see it coming through. And let's do the same thing. You could leave this part off if you want to keep it a little easier, but I think that looks better with the leaf looking longer. And we did it. We finished drawing our lilies, except we still need to color it. This part will fast forward, but at the end, you can pause the video if you want to match my same coloring. And we did it, we finished drawing and coloring our lilies. They turned out so much better all colored in, and I really hope that you'll take time to color your drawings too. I changed the colors for each lily, but you can do whatever you want on your drawing. I used a darker color on top of the first layer to add a little texture to each petal. Also used a darker green for the texture on the leaves. And lastly, I went around the whole drawing with a thicker line. I just really like this style. And I hope you had a lot of fun following along with me and drawing lilies, and we'll see you later, art friends. Goodbye.